What?
Hello, Mr. Eric, Mr. Ryan, right?
No.
Okay, so last lesson we talked about this simple
I know.
problem. Yeah. Okay.
I know
So
you told us.
we use a hash set. Remember? So let's review. Okay. So we're given an array with positive integers. The size of the array is n times 2, where n is bigger or larger than 2. And there are n plus 1 unique elements, okay? And only one number appears n times. In this scenario, this is basically saying that only one number appears more than once, okay? So if it appears more than once, for example, like 1, 2, 3, 3, we know the 3 appears more than once. It appears n times, 2 times. 2, 1, 2, 5, 3, 2. 2 appears more than once because 2 appears 3 times, n equals 3, okay? So last lesson we talked about using a hash set. Hash set, right? Hash set is good if we want to check if an element has appeared before. Using a hash set gives you O1 constant time, right? O1 time. So it improves the efficiency. So C equals set, hash set, okay? So we use this set to remember the numbers we have seen. So we go through this array. If it hasn't been seen before, we add it to the hash set. Otherwise, we just simply return it. This is kind of like cheating. It's just saying that the third condition, okay, it appears n times, but we are just saying, okay, in this scenario, you know, it appears n times is equivalent to appears more than once, okay? The second implementation, we're using the counter. So we check if the counter, if ci equal n, right? So it appears n times, then we return it. So we can also use the, in this scenario, we can also use the next function, right? C equals counter. Return I for I in C if ci equal n, okay? So for the first solution, the first implementation, we're using hash set. The time complexity is O(n), where n is the size of the numbers, okay? So the second approach, we can sort it, okay?
Again.
Oh, I was not even asking the time complexity, but thank you for pointing out. Yes, O(n) log n. If we sorted numbers, so what can we do next? If we sort the number, for example, like, okay, this one, 1, 2, 3, 3. So what's next?
You can just go
from left to right. The point of sorting is that if we sort it, you know, the numbers are sorted, we can check the next number, right? Okay, so for example, like this one, 2, 1, 2, 5, 3, 2. Okay, if we sort it, that will become 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. So if we sort it, this is O(n) log n time, right? If we sort it. So can you tell me which number appears more than once?
2.
Yeah, so we just check if this one is the same as the next one. Is no, right? So we move on. 2 is the same as the next one. So we know it 2 appears more than once. Right? That's the point of sorting. We sort it, so we don't need to use the hash set. Because when we sort it, the numbers, the same numbers are placed together. Okay? Make sense? We can check the next number or we can check the previous number. So look, 2 is not the same, so we keep going. 2 is the same as the previous 2, so we return 2. Okay? Yeah? So that will become very simple. So that will become very simple now. So look at numbers dot sort, and then for I in range, there are 2 ways. We can check the next number or previous number. Okay, let's check the previous number. So start from 1, index 1 to the last index. If the nums I is equals to nums I minus 1, right? If it's the same as the previous number, then we return it, right? We know this is the number that appears more than once, which is appears n times. If we can't find it, then we return minus 1, right? Okay? So look simple. So we of course we can change the index. For I in range 0 to length numbers minus 1, and then instead of I minus 1, we use I plus 1. We check the next number, and we can use the next function. Return next numbers I for I in range blah 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 blah. If numbers I equals numbers I minus 1. Okay, next function. Okay, the time complexity is
O(n) log n.
O(n) log n. This one, look, this one is O(n) log n. This one is O(n).
Yeah, you get rid of the smaller one because it's ain't that important to be.
That's right, yeah, because this is bigger than that.
You told me 10 times.
Okay, this is trivial compared to that. So when we talk about the complexity, we ignore the trivial part. Okay, we ignore the trivial part. Am I right? Because when n grows, this grows much faster than that. Okay, yeah. The space complexity for this one. For the second method. What the space complexity for this one?
1.
Sorry, what's the space complexity?
1.
1, yes. What have you learned today?
The other part is called trivia.
Trivia, okay. So what's the problem? What are the solutions today we're using today? Why do we need to solve the array? Everyone, why do we need to solve the array? Come on, the last question.
Because you can just check.
Check what? How do we check? Check what?
Check the previous.
Or next one, right? To
Yeah.
see if it appears more than once. Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh my god.